obviously we had a right front tire go away there at Homestead, and we did write the car off, but we ended up, and those guys, it was amazing to watch them work. And I know you and I have talked about it, JJ, and that when the car came in, there was no like, well, should we, shouldn't we, what should we do? It's like everybody jumped in, they knew exactly what to do, and it was that way until the race started. It was they just worked and worked and worked, and they knew exactly what to do. There was no like whining, no like, oh, we should just throw it in a dumpster and call it good. There was none of that. They wanted to. They're all racers, and they're all team players, and they're all moving the car forward, and they want the car to do its best. I mean, they all want the car to win. They're all winners. It's amazing.
You realize you owe John Potter at Salt Lake City, and I hope you have a plan on how to get back at him this fall.
What was that?
Yeah, on the Craig Stanton Touch of Grey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I remember that now. That where they took the picture of you and put you with gray hair.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny. That was
aged you like 20 years.
Yeah, that was a funny thing. I remember. So on the driver's door, it was just a little bit of gray. On the front hood was a fair amount of gray, and on the passenger door there was a lot of gray in my hair. And so it was really interesting because I would be up on the timing stand, and as you look from the pit lane out to the car goes from left to right, down towards turn 1. So I'm looking at John Potter, talking to him on the radio, looking at my picture. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Looking at, is that what I'm going to look like in about 30 years? All that great. It was pretty funny. But John likes to have a good time. His deal is that when he came to me and wanted me to help him build a team, there was 3 things that he likes. He likes to have fun, he likes to get a deal, and he likes to do a lot of laps. And so with that outline, I just go, that's how he operates, and he likes to have fun, and he's a heck of a businessman. He's doing amazing things in a down market. So
when I looked at that picture in Salt Lake City, I said, I know that guy. Who is that model? Handsome and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, I spent the better part of one practice day and the second one trying to figure out who the heck was that guy. Yeah, and then I don't remember, press release or something, or people laughing at you, somehow or other. I caught up with it. But when we look at what happened with Magnus earlier this year with the Daytona scene and then Homestead's blowout and so on, did you guys get down at any point?
No, and that was really amazing. Any other team and any other organization. See, that's why I know we're in the right spot and doing the right thing, meaning and hiring the right people. I know that because it was seamless. Everybody knows that we had a really good shot at winning the 24-hour, mm-hmm. And then at Homestead it was just one of those things, and so who would have thunk a right front, I just one of those things, and so, but no, and it was really interesting because then we went back to the shop. And those guys buckled down and they put a brand new car together. I mean, we had to retub it, obviously, and there was a lot of parts that were wrecked. I mean, we killed the motor, we killed the transmission. We shoved the front end over 2.5 inches. We shoved the back end over 1.5 inches. And
wow.
So it was really interesting. Interesting what the car went through, So, but they wanted to finish. They wanted to go out there and run the car. It was one of those things that they have to hold their head up high, and that's what they do. And I mean, they had the porta power out and sawzalls, and they had the welder out and doing all kinds of stuff to be able to get those subframes lined back up. But they did it, and it was amazing. I wasn't even sure because I had to go run the Continental race, and so I wasn't even sure because I was in the car for about 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I wasn't even sure what I was going to see when I got out of the car to go see the Rolex. You get ready for the Rolex race, and they're going, we're just on the alignment pad right now. We're ready to warm it up. It's like, oh my God.
Wow. So
it was impressive.
What's it going to be like at Lime Rock on Monday for the fans and the drivers as we see the Daytona prototypes for the first time? I think we're going to have some good
weather. In fact, I think you're going to have to bring some sunscreen, JJ.
Yeah, 80 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see see
a
Bristol.
veritable blistering warm front moving through Lime Rock, 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you have to bring sunscreen. You have to drink a lot of water. I think the fans are going to see a heck of a show. I think you're going to have
That I
a DP
believe,
and
yeah.
GT race. Oh my God, I'm just I'm hoping we have something left to go to the 6 hour the next week.
So a lot of people.
Yeah, I think you're going to see first place in DP or GT. They may be a lap or two up. You know what I mean? Or maybe they may be a lap up, and that's how it goes. You may have like the top 5 within 2 or 3 laps. So I think it's going to be close, but I think that you're going to be able to put some of your lap down pretty early and pretty easily.
What do you fear most, going off or having someone else clock you?
It all hurts the same.
Well, yeah, at Lime Rock specifically, though.
Yeah, I think that. I don't know. I think that. I don't really fear anything. I want to have a clean race for everybody. I want a good racing for the fans. I want the fans to walk away when going, that's the best day I've ever seen. Because there's some.
Yeah.
When you go to Lime Rock, the heritage and the culture is amazing. I mean, some of these people have been there for 25 years, back when the GTB days and the IMSA Light days and the Trans Am and the Can Am. There's a real culture there, and so I always want to go to Lime Rock and show the fans. Some of the fans have been there for year after year after year, that always said, oh, the heyday was back in the Can-Am days or the Trans Am days. I want them to come up and go, wow, that was the best race I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Talk about Lime Rock fans. What about the following Saturday at Watkins Glen?
Yeah, we go from Lime Rock on Monday to Watkins Glen on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Watkins Glen. I think we have a car that we can really compete with. I think that you're going to see a surprise. We have one of 3 people. There's three possibilities of John and myself having a co-driver, and all 3 possibilities you're going to crack up. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing press release when we put that out. So
having JJ as a co-driver would crack people up. Having me as a co-driver would crack people up.
Yeah.
So you're certainly not talking about either one of us, are you?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you meant Jimmy Johnson, and he's taken. Alex Gurney and John Fogerty have him.
Yeah, that's
right. No, I think it's going to be really interesting. I think that Watkins Glen, between you and I, and it's bad for the fans, but I hope it rains. I hope it rains every time. Like Lime Rock, it's like when it was really heavy rain out there for the test, I was quickest for almost 35, 40 minutes in the rain, in the Porsche. So I always get the rain dance going. I always want it to rain because, the Porsches are really, really good in the rain. And that would be the great equalizer for us. But, no, I think the fans are in for 2 weeks, and then we go to Mid-Ohio, and that's another one that's going to be a barn burner.
Yep. Well, Craig Stanton, appreciate you joining us. You have half a burrito that's starting to get cold.
There was a taco.
Burrito.
Yeah, let's see, JJ, you appreciate this. I started to row. My wife is a national champion in rowing, and I've held off for almost 14 years.
Wow.
And so the last 7 days I've been rowing.
You being a fitness geek.
Yeah.
Holding off on rowing.
Is this the SR2?
That amazes me.
Is this the SR2 indoor rowing or on the water?
Out on the water, actually. And so I've done it. Today was the 7th day in a row, and it is awesome. It really helps my driving. And so I rode for an hour and a half, and then I kayaked, did my bike ride that I talked about just a moment ago, and now I'm in for there's a indoor kart Grand Prix tonight that I'm going to run with about 50, 60 guys. So I'm getting calibrated in for Lime Rock and the 6 hour at the Glen, and having the fans really excited about seeing some good racing.
Yeah, wait to see what he does tomorrow on his hard day.
Yeah, really. When he doesn't take any time off to talk with us.
Thanks a lot, Craig. We'll see you at Lime Rock on
Thanks. I'm grateful
Monday.
for you guys' time.
Take care. Yep. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Craig.
Bye-bye.